David, thank you. Well, Clark, midseason rumors now in full session. When a player requests a trade, how strongly do you think that affects team chemistry?
You know, Kevin, I'm all for players voicing their choice and actually having an opportunity to express themselves, but it can be detrimental if a player in the middle of a season makes it known that he's not interested in being there. It can have a terrible effect on team chemistry, in my opinion.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Pistons, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Brown. And it's Drummond in at the center position. Porzingis can't hit. Griffin passes to Brown. Griffin against Doncic. Griffin can't get it to go in. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season. They get it back for Porzingis. Here's Hardaway. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Griffin finds Brown. The Mavericks pull it in. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Brown. Snatched up. Here's Powell, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Pass to Drummond. Griffin with it. Lots of room. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Doncic left side. Fires the 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. The Pistons have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Snell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just 1 season, I think it's been remarkable.
That's good from Snell. Both good from the line that time.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Brown, and Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
Pass to Snell. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Clock at 6. Griffin kicks to Kennard. No good on that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Now here is Hardaway. 29 points for him last game against Sacramento. Here's Porzingis. Hits the outside fadeaway.
Porzingis proving to be deadly from a variety of spots.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Porzingis.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader. Has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders. A lot of turnover for the Mavericks this season, but they bring back restricted free agents Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
And, you know, those three players have made steady improvement, and that's a credit to how the Mavericks develop young players. They also bring length and athleticism to that rotation. Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here's Brown. 8 points his last outing. Count that one.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat. Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign, never an easy road to start him.
One shot.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
Here's Hardaway, following the basket by Blake Griffin. There's the pass to Doncic. Drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
Guys, Doncic has great shooting mechanics, and he can knock it down from deep or just about from anywhere on the court.
Here's Drummond. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Powell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, out of Canada by way of Stanford University. 6'11" power forward Dwight Powell.
Boy, a high-energy guy is Powell, guys. He's a pogo stick and a rim runner. Very quick-footed. I think that makes him tough to tag slicing through the lane. His activity and agility really what separate him and get him minutes on the court.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
Boy is checked in for Tony Snell. That one misses. Pistons trail by 7. Here's Kennard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Tim Hardaway picks one up. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here's Kennard. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Now here's Hardaway. 4-point game. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Brown kicks to Doumbouya. Back to Brown. Powell with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Oh, that's blocked. Griffin looking it over. Fires from 14. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Yeah, he's become very reliable with that mid-range jump shot. The defense can't let him get comfortable from there.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 4. Powell, the pass to Finney-Smith. A 3 from Porzingis. Another 3 for Dallas.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Brown with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Drummond passes to Kennard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Here's Doncic. Again, the Mavericks score.
Boy, the take charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick fire approach demonstrates his confidence.
Kennard kicks to Brown. Griffin the bounce pass. The kick out to Brown. Nailed from 3-point land. Brown's got 5 now.
Griffin created the space for that shot.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Markieff Morris is checked in for Drummond. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. Langston Galloway's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Rose in for Bruce Brown.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And boy, what a year it was for Derrick Rose. And the sea of fans hoping that he would get back to what he once was, as he was electric.
First one falls for him. And for Rose, so many had written him off, but he was a huge factor for the Timberwolves.
Rose still has a tremendous passion for the game, and it really shows on the court. His renaissance last season was one of the better stories in our league.
And he can't hit the second.
You know what? We've recently been able to watch a different Rose here. I mean, a better, more efficient, more confident player. Man, I love seeing that.
Wood passes to Galloway. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Morris. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. And that'll tie this game up.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Here's Wright. That one off the back iron and out. The Pistons have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Here's Doumbouya. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Right, the pass to Porzingis. Sinks the three-pointer. Porzingis has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Mavs.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Back to Galloway. Outside Rose. Another three for Detroit.
Boy, I tell you, you got to get out on Rose from there. He's lethal from behind the arc.
Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Here's Wright. Softly drops in the floater. Wright's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Right against Rose. The offensive rebound, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Dallas. The NBA does have a Most Improved Player of the Year award. They don't have a Comeback Player of the Year award. But, Clark, if they did, it would most certainly have gone to Derrick Rose last season.
Could not agree with you more. I thought he had a tremendous season. Really burst back in a big way. Was a huge factor. Tremendous production once again from him, and you just hope that he can stay healthy and the injuries are completely behind him for the rest of his career.
Free throw drops for Rose. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are a concern, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, for Porzingis, the business of the family is basketball. His parents played at a very high level. His older brother played professionally for over a decade, and the first word that Porzingis said was ball, and he's had one in his hands pretty much from the start.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Clark, Porzingis' older brother, he used to make him highlight reels of NBA stars.
Yeah, you know, the NBA was his goal all along, but he showed patience, and the Orlando Magic actually promised to take him 10th back in 2014. He stayed in Spain 1 more year to develop, and good for him.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
And, you know, with Porzingis, the potential is really exciting. I mean, with his size and skill set, I think he's got a chance to be a dominant force for a long time.
Now here's Rose, coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Murray finds Porzingis. Dallas again missing. The Pistons leading. Here's Galloway. He's coming off a 16-point game against New Orleans. Passes to Morris. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got his 3rd assist on the night. 1:24 left to play here in the first. And here is Wright. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The 15-footer. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Wright's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Morris with the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
That one good for 2. Wright's got 6.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Now Rose, 8 points for him. No dice from the high post.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Doumbouya good. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Wright outside. Pass to Porzingis. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Five seconds left here in the opening quarter. With 1 on the clock, Blake Griffin getting it done for Detroit. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. He'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
They've got Morris. Tony Snell is out there with Wood. And it's Rose. And it's Frazier in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Porzingis. Now here's Wright. Back to Porzingis. The 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Boy, Porzingis is a very impressive all-around scorer, and every year it seems as though he's taking on more of the offensive load.
And there's the pass to Rose. Pass to Morris. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Wright. He's got 6. Kleba kicks to Wright. 5 on the clock. Rebound, Detroit. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. And stolen by Wright. Fast break, Dallas. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the dunk by Porzingis. The Mavericks have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. So for the Pistons, Drummond's checked in for Morris. Blake Griffin comes in for Christian Wood. And it's Luke Kennard in for Rose. Dallas also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Justin Jackson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Wright.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
A free throw off from Porzingis. Mark, a lot of young players in this NBA becoming top 10 players as they mature. Who are some of the guys you spot that are really going to make a mark?
Well, they've already made a mark, and you anticipate it'll continue to be that way. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. I like Jaylen Brown in Boston, as well as Jason Tatum there. And clearly Zion Williamson has a chance to be really special.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Griffin hits them both. Here's Doncic. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Frazier scanning the floor. Griffin kicks to Frazier. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And the Pistons lead by 2.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Great open look there. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Frazier. Passes it to Snell. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Doncic passes to Kleba. Here's Finney-Smith. Now the dish to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. 6 to shoot. Shoots it up. Rebounded by Snell. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Pass to Drummond. Nice D from Doncic.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Brunson, no good. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Frazier dishes to Griffin. From 13, and there's another one for the Pistons.
An unreal performance by Griffin. Locked in. They just have not come up with a scheme to contain him.
To the paint, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Frazier. And Dallas with a change here, too. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Maxi Kleba. And Drummond kicks to Snell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Now, here's Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Off target with the free throw line Jay.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Brown. Here's Griffin. Offensive rebound. Drummond. Basket good. Drummond's got the lead up to 7 now for Detroit.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebound.
Now here's Powell. He's got 6. Here's Doncic. Here's Brunson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Detroit leading by 7. Down low, here's Brown, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
And the Pistons making a change here. Galloway's checked in. Curry's checked in for Dallas. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
And it's Drummond missing. Mavericks trailed by 8. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Brown with it. He's got 6. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
Now, here's Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Doncic has got 11 points. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Now here's Curry. Here's Doncic. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's 13 points for Luka Doncic.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Griffin. Hits it from three-point range.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him. Pistons leading by 9. Brown kicks to Galloway. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. And then on Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And for their matchup with the Celtics,
Take a break.
you know they're going to be amped up for
Two
that
shots.
one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
The first one falls. Dallas making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Detroit leading by 7. Here's Brown. He's got 6. The pass to Griffin. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Blake Griffin. His last 10 games, averaging about 18 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
And the Pistons making a change here. Doomboy is checked in. Brown outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good from the elbow. Brown's got 8. Dallas calls timeout. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Look at the Mavericks. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference.
And I think for Dallas, they haven't needed any time to find their footing this season. The guys gelled right away. The coaching staff has done a terrific job. It's been a dream start to the year for them.
Yeah, and you can tell they enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry amongst this group, and they've been having fun as they've gotten off to this good start.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Morris is checked in for Detroit.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Doncic. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Mavericks trail by 6. Can't cash in from close range. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Toomboya can't get it to go.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. The Mavericks have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Rose, he's checked in for Detroit. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Dallas. No good on the second free throw. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
If they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Here's Galloway. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. And it's Wright with the ball for the Mavericks. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Curry following the score by Derrick Rose. Lets it go from 11. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Curry.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Free throw drops for Rose.
And he needs to get back to what he was doing in that first quarter when he was in attack mode, drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Doncic against Rose. Out to the right wing. Right side, Porzingis. And he gets it to go. Porzingis has got 10 points in the quarter.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Detroit. They lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Tight game tonight, Dwayne. How do you break this thing open in the second half?
Well, number one is we got to make sure we get in a defensive disposition. You know, right now we're kind of trading buckets. We're anticipating, putting them on the foul line. So we got to play from an anticipatory style of defense, whereas we're not reacting to where they have us on our heels.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. The first quarter was all about Blake Griffin. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they're doing a great job of pushing the action and getting to the foul line. They aren't just pulling up for uncontested shots. They're making the defense react to them. In transition, on the dribble, and with those quick cuts, they're in attack mode. That's dangerous. To beat them, you need to force them to play more defensively.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
They got to get more aggressive on the glass. Over the first half, we saw them being schooled down low. You know what I'm going to say, Ernie. Barbecue chicken. If I was coach in the locker room right now, they'd be getting an earful. Extra rebounding. Effort will pay off in other ways. The energy is really where it starts. Something like that, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proving to be a reliable passer.
Doncic against Brown. Kennard tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
A prolific slasher with some serious bounce. Hardaway Jr., fun to watch.
Brown against Doncic. Outside Griffin. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Doncic, no good. Detroit's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Brown against Hardaway. Doncic outside. Outside Hardaway. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
When Hardaway Jr. is forcing the issue like that, it draws the defense's attention, and I like his aggressiveness as a scorer.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. First free throw is good.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Detroit leading by 3 to the inside, and Griffin slams it in.
Yes, he does, Kevin. Love seeing Griffin finish with power at the rim. Awesome at throwing it down when he's in this deep.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. Here's Doncic. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Doncic has got 21.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Griffin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic passes to Finney Smith. Up top, Doncic. Defended by Griffin. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. On the wing, Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from outside. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Here's the floater. Brown dishes to Griffin. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Powell, the pass to Doncic. Got a piece of it. Griffin with the steal. Brown feeling it out a bit. Another shot, and finished off by Griffin.
Well, anyone looking for highlights, because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
Dallas calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Pistons, number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 4 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Brown. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And so he hits both. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And here is Brown. He's got 8. Griffin finds Brown. Outside Griffin. All alone. That one goes. Count it. Kennard's got his second basket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
Kept alive, and Drummond throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Now here's Griffin. 20 points for him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
That free throw good from Griffin. Frazier, he's checked in for Brown. And Dallas also making a switch. Brunson's checked in. He's off on the second. Mavericks trail by 5. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Knocked away. Griffin with the steal. Pass to Kennard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kennard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. And there's the foul. It's on Tim Frazier. That's his first foul. The Pistons making a change here. Woods checked in. That's tipped. Here's Porzingis. Good on the baseline J. Porzingis has got 29 in the game.
You know, I like seeing Porzingis work his magic from there, guys, making great use of this spot on the floor.
Here's Drummond. No good on the shot. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Here's Snell after Luka Doncic's bucket. That one falls. Now Brunson. And it falls over the rim and in. Brunson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Mark, you think of European players, it's usually the offensive end where they thrive, but Kleber is a versatile defensive stopper too.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this guy can shut you down because he moves his feet, he's strong, really keeps driving lanes from opening up on the perimeter, and his positioning and timing make him a good shot blocker too.
Here's Snell. Misses off the left iron. Mavericks trail by 3. Hardaway passes to Kleber. Over in the corner, Doncic. Left block shot on the way, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in. Here's a look at some stats for Kristaps Porzingis. Really been a key contributor over the past month. 7th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. That's good from Snell. A different look here for Detroit. Markieff Morris comes in for Drummond. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Luke Kennard. And then for Dallas, Jackson, he's checked in for Porzingis. Seth Curry comes in for Hardaway. And it's DeLon Wright in for Luka Doncic. And so Snell nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 5. Now here's Curry. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Shot, high post. It's hauled in by Wood. Detroit's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Inside, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Knows how to run a team, guys, and facilitate accordingly. Rose makes those around him better.
Dallas has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Now here's Wright. He's got 8. Here's Brunson. That shot off. Nice D from Frazier.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Rose against Jackson. Rose in the post. Can't get it to fall.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Yep, it goes, and the Piston lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Jackson.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Langston Galloway's checked in for the Pistons. Here's Snell, guarded by Curry. Pass to Galloway. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Brunson. It's on target from the high post. And the Pistons lead by 7.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Rose.
You know, it's hard to know what Seth's going to do when he pulls up this close. He's excellent at making the defense uncomfortable.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him.
And you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Pistons leading by 6. Here's Galloway. No good from the low block. At the elbow, it's Jackson. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. Curry finds Wright. Six on the shot clock. Back to Curry. The shot. Dallas again missing. Detroit's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Hands it from downtown. Galloway has got 5 points in the quarter.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Now here's Wright. He's got 8. Powell kicks to Jackson. Here's Curry with the 3. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Rose. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 11-point game. Here's Wright. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Pass to Morris. And here's Rose outside. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Well, I like the awareness Rose shows there, guys. I mean, good feel that time from Rose to put it up right off the catch.
Right, the pass to Kleba. And here's Jackson. It's intercepted. Rose finds Snell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Dallas. They trail by 14. To the middle, here's Powell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
And Powell, with that long body of his, does a nice job going at the defense and forcing them to foul.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. 46 seconds left to play in the third. Inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. Mavericks trail by 15. Right outside. Curry kicks to Powell. And the jumper falls for him. Powell's got 11.
Powell playing with a lot of confidence because he knows he has the trust of his teammates. They've got confidence in him to take these shots.
Rose against Wright. Double team on Rose. Wood passes to Snell. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Snell's got 10 points in just the second half. Here's Curry, and it's Dallas with another.
And you know what? Sometimes you just can't stop Seth Curry. This guy is a solid scorer and a crafty one-on-one player.
And so is Detroit, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Derrick Rose is out there with Brown. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Griffin. And it's Galloway in at the 3, the small forward. The pass to Finney-Smith. Kicks it to Wright. Here's Curry. Again, the Mavericks score.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
Rose passes to Galloway. A 3 from Morris. Not going to go that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Wright. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Rose passes to Galloway. A 3 from Morris. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Morris has got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for Detroit. Rose against Wright. Pass to Finney-Smith. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Finney-Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Puts it up from 12, and Rose finishes inside. And the Pistons lead by 14.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Shot clock at 6. Curry on the wing. Defended by Griffin. Step back and squared up.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Rose dishes to Galloway. Passes it to Griffin. Stolen by Jackson. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Finney-Smith.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Outside Curry. Over Griffin, and Dallas again with the bucket.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Detroit. Luke Kennard comes in for Langston Galloway. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis is checked in for Justin Jackson. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Curry. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Wright. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. Takes the 3. Here's Powell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, when Powell is this deep, Kevin, I mean, the defense knows they're in trouble. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul him.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Porzingis against Griffin. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Powell with it. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. 5 to shoot. Porzingis with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively, and Doncic gets it to go.
Way downtown, Doncic testing the limits of his range there.
Rose surveying the D. Shoots over Doncic, and Detroit again with the bucket. Here's Doncic. With the basket here, he'd break 30 points.
And he's in that zone, guys, and they're going to have to figure out a way to get the ball out of his hands.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Rose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, Rose is a marvelous athlete who's really good at taking it to the cup, and he's hard to cover because of that.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rose. And both free throws good for Rose. Mavericks trail by 15. Doncic finds Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. From the corner, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And that's now 30 points for Luka Doncic. Outside Rose. Here's Drummond, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Rose.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Shots good by Kennard.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Here's Doncic, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Doncic has got 7 now in this quarter. Rose against Doncic. From 11 feet away, up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pistons lead by 18.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. No good on the triple. Detroit leading by 18. Here's Griffin. That shot is off. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Hardaway. Finney-Smith kicks to Powell. Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Doncic has got 18 points now here in the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Here's Kennard, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Rose. Shoots from the baseline. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got his 16th rebound on the night.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbow. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes. So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
And the Mavericks call time here. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Powell finds Hardaway. Now Doncic. Stolen by Rose. Griffin trying to get open. And the basket by Rose. Rose has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
A three from Porzingis. Rebound, Detroit.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a three yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Mark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right.
Take a break.
I agree.
Take a break.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media. So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. Griffin hits them both. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Hardaway. Will it go? And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you got to give Hardaway Jr. credit, guys. I mean, he's excellent at finding ways to get to a spot and then make the defense compromise.
That free throw good from Hardaway. And he makes the first but misses the second. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Pistons. Kleber with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Brown outside. Here's Drummond. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got 6 rebounds in the game. No good from Finney-Smith. Pistons leading by 19. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Down low. Here's Snell. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Clark, any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense, I think, having different categories. But I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
Curry dishes to Barea. And Maker sends it back.
And the difference Maker has on this end, love whenever he gets up to swat shots back.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Detroit.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Rose.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Frazier the pass to Wood. Back to Frazier. He's off on that one. Great tee that time from Curry. Courtney Lee is on the wing. And Lee with the stuff.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Toomboya can't get it to go. 35 seconds left in the game. Here's Curry. Rebounded by the Pistons. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Barea against Frazier. From the line, and the jumper is on the mark.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Blake, very strong game offensively. What gave you the confidence to take over?
I'm just putting in the work, and my teammates, honestly, believing in me and telling me to be confident at the end of the game. So I owe a lot to them. They came up with big plays. Just everybody working together.
Very good win for you tonight, Blake. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.